This will further benefit the WNBA. Then Unparalleled. Allow me to briefly explain. This teaser video became viral on the internet. Weak, and it included nobody else than, in the Iowa hoop clip, Caitlin Clark. WNBA phenom turned sensation teams up with Dude Perfect's YouTube legends for a forthcoming trickshot matchup. This 10-second teaser was released within hours, accumulated millions of views, delivering Clark supporters and detractors into a. As I type this, the teaser has made me frantic. More than 11 million views, an absurd amount of excitement for a collaboration in women's basketball for background that's twice as eye-catching on a. YouTube is shorter than the majority of WNBA games. Fans are giddy on TV. The excitement is genuine. And that's amazing. What makes it so unique? Regarding this collaboration, I'll go into the delicious details, but the key point is this. There will be a significant flex of the Caitlin Clark has somewhat already affected it. And we shouldn't actually require any more. Demonstration of her dominance in every way is clearly visible to everyone who does not. Deliberately ignoring the evaluations, the attendance at the games the teams are playing. Only when Caitlin is present in NBA arenas. Town the sponsorships. This is an example. Everything she does moves in magnetism. The needle somewhat more than the others. About the league as a whole, discussing which
Unrivaled, the women's basketball league, the new women's basketball league that we said would be dead on arrival without Caitlin Clark playing in it, was in fact dead on arrival.
The women's basketball team is unparalleled. The new women's VA basketball league, the league we said would be dead on arrival, in which Caitlin Clark was not playing. It was actually dead when it arrived. Unmatched had the TV deal support, the promotion of the majority of the league's top players, and its core in the proper location. Pay them to improve the women's game more and continue to build on the momentum that has been established by Caitlin Clark, yet everyone is aware of it. Would have performed considerably better with Caitlin Clark as soon as she declined that. Offer Brianna and Nafisa $1 million. Your Siamese kitties were aware of the league was up against a hill when, according to their claims, the league was a achievement, and in certain respects it was the. In actuality, this guy is flawless. Working together, Caitlin Clark will raise awareness of the WNBA more than in a few days, Unrivaled did, without incurring any costs for investors or the WNBA. Dime, the league will benefit greatly, which, as we are all aware, denotes jealousy, will be incredible, and I can already listen to the haters and the media spin. Complaints. I don't require a crystal at all ball to see their positioning of this, according to the concepts they have adopted repeatedly, so let's get started. But first, if you can't watch this video, watch Caitlin sink while wearing a blindfold. From the nosebleeds, long bombs.
The Hinkle Heave.
The Hinkle Heave. Here we go.
Thus, the video that's going viral and producing millions of views is by the grace of the man at Dude Perfect. Today, collaborations occur frequently. With players, we observe it on the brand side, similar to Angel Reese, but frequently outside of sportswear that athletes wear. Represent don't really relate to sports. Consider Reese's Pieces or State Farm. Regarding McDonald's advertisements, which we are aware of, they are scripted and paid for by. You know that the planned authenticity isn't genuine, and with advertisements there, 30 seconds at most is a wonderful amount of time for the players since they receive high compensation for the marketers since they sell more items. But to what extent does it affect the issue with WNBA advertisements is that, due to all I said, they're not ideal for construction connections, and they're not really strong from the perspective of WNBA conversion. I mean, how likely is it that the WNBA will be seen by more people due to their observation of Angel Ree in the commercial for McDonald's?
Hey,
Hey, Lise, what's in the bag?
A barbecue bacon QPC from McDonald's.
Oh, you mean the Angel Reese special?
Hello, Lee. Is there barbecue bacon in a bag? Oh, you mean the QPC from McDonald's? It's not Angel Reese who is unique. In particular, it's only the format that's. An advertisement is where this collaboration is distinct, and the reasons it's probably going to dwarf something that has never been produced before. This is a great stage for Dude Perfect. Group has dominated the sporting world YouTube game for more than 10 years, accumulated more than 18 billion views overall, and possess almost 60 million subscribers. That surpasses the NBA's number of followers. Their YouTube channel has a wholesome brand, family-friendly, and above all, greatly influencing young athletes. Supporters, the group the WNBA is looking for. Working along with Dude Perfect is essentially a entry point to millions of fresh, primarily male, younger viewers who might not otherwise observe women's basketball, and the majority of its long-form content is crucial. Unlike a 30-second advertisement, the audience has time to learn about the athletes taking part in the videos. The athletes immediately receive respect, with the admirers of Dude Perfect simply for being invited, which increases throughout. A video showing them interacting and doing awesome NBA-level trick shots that demand talent. The channel's collaborations have been outstanding. Triumphs in a trick shot match against Steph Curry and Luka in a one-on-one match. Donik made between $15 and $20 million views each time, and now Caitlyn's turn is the first basketball player who is female to headline a man with flawless features, and, well, that's a statement in and of itself. What does this publicity signify for the WNBA? In summary, it indicates that a significant, large group of sports followers who may only be aware of highlights of Caitlyn from March Madness will now regard her as an expert when hanging out with the well-known content producers they adore. Considering the figures Steph and Luka produced and the publicity that Caitlyn, there's no reason why this can't generate. The teaser to receive 10 to 20 million views exceeded 11 million views in a short period of time. Imagine 20 million views from these days. Youthful sports enthusiasts who will enjoy and benefit from regard for Caitlyn, which could result in must pay closer attention to her. That's the Caitlyn. To summarize the Clark effect, that's why did Clark and Dude Perfect collaborate? Is not only an enjoyable side project, it draws attention to a harsh reality, and a partnership such as this can overshadow even the best costly, well-meaning advertising attempts to increase women's hoops.
Bill Handy said that's just who Jewel Lloyd is. She wants to keep working. How about doing it on the defensive end? Leading to the break. Jackson for two.
An example, the Unrivaled League was just introduced. A 3-on-3 offseason is unmatched. Co-founder of the Women's Basketball League, WNBA players, and supported by significant investment, its primary goal was to encourage women's basketball in creative ways, methods, and I believe we should give it a, given that it's only its first year, little elegance. Nevertheless, its operations and outcomes are outcomes that are correct.
This has not been the greatest look in the world for Unrivaled. Gotta be honest.
Everything that effort and money had trouble capturing. TV viewership for Unrivaled. The first run was a modest start, just over 300,000 on average during the weekend. Viewers who have a peak of about the final game, and 364,000 hit a high of. For a new league, 398,000 is not bad, but peanuts in contrast to popular sports. Or now compare that with one piece of viral content. Caitlyn, the star of a free YouTube video. Over 3 million people seen the trailer alone. Those staying overnight and ascending by the. When the entire episode of Dude Perfect airs, we might be considering tens of millions of views worldwide. No expensive TV contract, no. Only Caitlyn Clark is needed in a nice arena, enjoying the company of Dude Perfect. The sinking trick shot is the best demonstration of the Caitlyn Clark effect when she participates in fan shows. Up in case you were curious about that. was an outing for one sports reporter. Joked, "The world we live in now is one where the NBA and WNBA are able to compete in audience, which is insane." That statement followed Clark's initial WNBA appearance on. In fact, 2.1 million people watched ESPN2, surpassing ESPN's NBA game average. She had that type of pull that week. Is it really that much to say that she has? The Dude Perfect collaboration will produce more excitement for women's basketball than a whole. The new league season is not taken into account at all. According to reports, the ROI here is unmatched. Player salary of up to $9 million to draw in its best employees, and it still had. Should work hard for every 1,000 viewers. Meanwhile, Caitlyn and Dude's appearance Perfect had no cost to her or the WNBA. When 12-year-olds post a video of WNBA player because to her coolness and outstanding at trick shots, which is a cultural change, it eliminates the stigma associated with women's basketball doesn't provide enough amusement for millions of people in the mainstream are concerned about. To observe Caitlyn synchronize absurd shots and join the Dude Perfect in laughing crew, and they will also receive a look at the largest women's game talent that the WNBA is unable to purchase. Natural, favorable PR, and don't forget, this video is dropping at the perfect moment. While the WNBA prepares for a new season, discuss free marketing the social media profiles of the league if they're intelligent, and that's a big if will undoubtedly increase the partnership and sports media will cover it up. It all leads to more consciousness and enthusiasm for her, as well as by expansion of the WNBA. All right, let's get back to Unrivaled. The WNBA will benefit more from this one video. I mean, more than Unrivaled. The PR team of Unrivaled bragged about 589 million, 11.9 million, and social impressions. Total number of viewers during the season, which, while pleasant, essentially counts. Every tiny bit of involvement is the truth. Apart from ardent women's basketball, Unrivaled fans didn't make it through the popular awareness. It had its moments, but nobody seems to be asserting that it captured arenas filled of casual admirers, and it wasn't because of unmatched financial investing power. According to reports, every participant received six-figure transactions considerably greater than average WNBA pay, which is a significant amount of money made for each eyeball that won. Calculate the number of live TV viewers. The finals game received about 380,000 of. They are actually far more expensive to draw more viewers than the WNBA does, considering the additional costs. But one guy, Caitlyn, can watch perfect video for free. The WNBA and Clark could easily blow beyond the whole season's worth of Unrivaled viewership within a few days. It's almost humorous, as though the globe is saying, we value the work, but what truly excites us is witnessing Caitlyn Clark make incredible shots and play around with men we already have feelings for. Observing. This is not to be taken lightly. Unmatched pun meant to develop a fresh league is challenging, and their idea has possibilities, but the takeaway from this was unmatched star power moves mountains. Without Caitlyn, she would constantly have to deal with a difficult task because, whether you like it or not, the name that makes a difference is hers. At this moment, considering the WNBA's national broadcast schedule, all of the networks are in on the Indiana Fever's Clark, which had been a low-attention bottom dweller franchise till the arrival of Caitlyn will aired 41 of their 44 games. For instance, nationwide in 2025, the New York Liberty, the reigning champion, filled with well-known celebrities and performing at the nation's media hub. There are only 32 national TV games in the world. It's obvious that the networks want Caitlyn to front and center whenever feasible, but naturally, not every member of the league was so happy about Caitlyn's national dominance. And Faisa, a Minnesota Lynx star. Collier was questioned regarding Fever's TV on ESPN's First Take Bonanza.
With such star power on those teams, it's really no surprise they're atop the list for the most games available for you to check out on a national scale. The Fever, they lead the league with 41 games here, followed by the Aces 33, the champion Liberty at 32.